Welcome back, guys. This is the King of Weaves there, and this is what if Naruto was half Otsutsuki part 5. Last time we left off with Naruto actually leaving with Jiraiya to find Tsunade. During this time, the Leaf actually went through another rough time, well, for a few certain Jonin, Kakashi, Asuma, Kurona, and Guy didn't really go through anything, to be honest. He just came to save them. But anywho, Kakashi was still put under Genjutsu, which pretty much destroyed him. And anyways, his mentality, he is in a coma, and of course the Naruto is in that hotel actually resting this time. Naruto, of course, Naruto, who was resting, actually did hear a knock at his door, and of course the two Uchiha siblings did hear about this little commotion in the Leaf, and they found out it was actually Itachi and the one having it. Itachi returned out of nowhere, and they were like, nah, we're getting him now. And of course they both decided to leave quickly to actually find Itachi, and in the end, of course, they did not find him because they couldn't. And after that, they did not find him in the Leaf, but they actually left the village to find him outside it. And of course Naruto gets a knock at the door, and they're in the town that Naruto was actually in, and they were searching everywhere. And after this, Naruto opens the door, and of course he sees the two Akatsuki members. He then asks who they are, but then they say, you don't need to know, Naruto Uzumaki, you're coming with us. Naruto then asks why, and of course Kisame then says that there is no need for him to know, and he just has to come, otherwise they will take him by force. And Naruto's like, yeah, I don't want to go. And of course Kisame then says that he has no choice. And anyways, now Naruto then says, if I have no choice, then I'll fight. And of course Naruto actually gets out kunai, and this indicates that Naruto wasn't going to go without a fight. If Naruto was going to get kidnapped, he wasn't allowing it, and he would at least fight back. And anywho, of course this wasn't going to be easy. However, as Kisame actually swings his sword, Naruto was actually able to dodge it, and then Itachi was about to get in the fight. However, the two Uchiha siblings actually screamed, calling Itachi's name, and Itachi, of course, realized who they were. And Kisame then says, oh, so those are the two siblings you always talk about. Alright then, you can take care of them. After all, it is a reunion for you guys. I'll take care of Naruto's Jinchuriki. Tsuki sees that Kisame actually attacks Naruto again, and she was worried more about Naruto now. But anyways, of course, Sasuke gets his Chidori ready, and Tsuki, of course, has to get hers one ready. Of course, it's not the Chidori anymore, it's the lightning blade at this point, which is more refined. And anyways, of course, they both attack at the same time, but Itachi was actually able to take both of them out and strangle both of them at once, telling them that they'll never get their revenge, they'll never find their answers unless they become stronger somehow. And it doesn't matter how, if they have to hate him and get stronger, it's the only way they can actually do it. And anyways, of course, they're put under a coma as well, and Naruto's had enough, and of course he goes all out, actually using everything in his arsenal, and of course using the lightning using the lightning binding to bind the Kisame for just a little while, as he actually goes to help Tsuki and Sasuke. However, then Itachi actually kicks Naruto right in the chest, which puts Naruto down to the ground. Naruto, realizing that he's pretty much lost this fight, there's no way him beating both of them at the same time. Of course, something snaps in Naruto, and Naruto awakens something in himself, and his eyes go from blue to a fully purple. And of course, he has no Tomoe, but both of his eyes do turn to that color. And of course, not that color, blue. I mean, no, blue? What's going on? Sorry. to purple, and Naruto then says almighty push. And as he says that, of course, the two Akatsuki members, the two, sorry, Itachi was pushed away from Naruto, and Naruto went to see how how his teammates were doing, and of course they were pretty much unable to stand or anything because they've been absolutely destroyed, and Naruto was more pissed at this. And after that, Kisame actually starts attacking Naruto again, actually wondering what kind of power Naruto just used, and Naruto then says get him away, and Push literally was able to dodge Kisame and kick him right in the chest, and knee him in the chest, actually making Kisame crash into the roof of the building. And of course then both Guy and Jiraiya arrive, and this was when the two Akatsuki members realize that they have to escape because they're not going to win this fight. Again, it's Guy, and then this time it's actually Jiraiya, so it was going to be much harder. And anywho, after that, of course, Jiraiya asked what happened to Naruto, and Naruto says that these two arrived out of nowhere and they attacked me, but then Itachi and Tsuki arrived, and I guess that was Itachi and Sasuke and Tsuki arrived, and I guess that was Itachi Uchiha, their older brother, and they tried to fight him, and this happened. Of course, then Guy says, I'll take them back to the village, you guys can continue your search for Tsunade, the legendary Saiyan Tsunade, and good luck. And then he leaves. Of course, Naruto actually, Jiraiya being more worried now, he actually has to, he actually doesn't leave Naruto alone anymore, and supervises him at all times because of Naruto being endangered at this point. He realizes that this is the Akatsuki that he's been hearing rumors about. And anywho, now, of course, they find Tsunade a few days later at night, and Tsunade was drunken. And here it's when, and just saying, Naruto did tell Jiraiya about the strange power he used to actually temporarily get the upper hand on them, to actually allow the two to arrive. And then of course he actually as soon as they arrived, his power faded, and he was pretty much on the ground as they found him. Anyways, of course, yes, Naruto was on the ground as soon as they arrived, and his eyes went back to normal. And Naruto's Rinnegan will be a different type of Rinnegan, a Rinnegan that he can basically use at will, just like the Sharingan. And anywho, Jiraiya does ask Tsunade about if she can return to the village to become the fifth Hokage, and in the end, Tsunade actually badmouths all the Hokage, the previous Hokage, even her own grandfather, and this pissed off Naruto to the next level, because Naruto admired both the third and the fourth, especially the fourth, because his dream was to become like the fourth Hokage. And after he heard that, he really got pissed off, and of course he told Tsunade that if she wants to badmouth the Hokage, they can take her outside. And of course Tsunade then says, oh, so you're really that confident you can beat me? And Naruto's like, I'm sure I can beat you. After all, you're pretty drunk and you seem pretty weak. And Tsunade got ticked off by the last little thing that Naruto said, you seem pretty weak, and she starts laughing and saying, me weak? And anyways, of course, they do take her outside and they start fighting, and Naruto does not have the upper hand straight away. However, they actually just start with taijutsu. Here Naruto being a lot more skilled and more battle ready than in the original. Of course, he was actually able to, do something against Tsunade, unlike the original Naruto who tried to use the Rasengan straight away. And so Naruto was actually able to fight Tsunade for a little bit until Tsunade took it seriously and nearly literally broke the ground beneath him. And Naruto replied by actually jumping up and using a lightning blade, actually using his ice release, and he actually used the ice release to freeze the ground beneath Tsunade, which actually froze her own feet to the ground, and she couldn't move anymore. And of course Tsunade was confused on how Naruto did something like that. But anyways, of course Naruto doesn't actually tell her, and she was confused because she's never heard of someone using ice release in the Leaf Village. Like there was no clan that ever had it, and so she was confused that how Naruto had it and it's an Uzumaki. Like, what's going on here? Is there some kind of Genkai given to him by God? Like, she was confused. Anyways, now Naruto, of course, who was actually smirking at this point, actually blitzed Tsunade with the Rasengan, but Tsunade was actually able to tank the Rasengan. Yes, she tanked the Rasengan by actually she actually started healing herself as soon as Naruto was heading towards her, realizing that if she gets hit by that, she was going to lose the fight. And Naruto realized that, Tsunade was able to tank this, and Tsunade then says, so you mastered the Rasengan at such a young age. And how long did it take you? And Naruto's like, around a month, maybe two. And Tsunade was really impressed by this, and she said that if Naruto can promise her that, well, they actually made a bet. Tsunade actually saying that if Naruto can master the Rasengan with wind release, she was going to actually return to the Leaf Village, but he only has a week. And here Tsunade actually chose wind release because once Naruto used his ice release, yeah, she actually felt the presence of wind release in it, and so she actually decided to make the bet with Naruto, and Naruto accepted, saying that he'll master wind. Well, he'll master the wind style Rasengan, and he'll show her that he's not someone that is weak and someone who will succeed in life. And of course, he wants to become just like the Hokage, and he actually tells Tsunade that she should be honored to be considered a Hokage candidate. If Naruto was chosen, he'd be extremely happy. And anyways, of course, Tsunade then actually sees a bit of Naoki inside of Naruto, same as Dan, her lover, because Naruto did say that he will become Hokage one day. And anyways, now, of course, Naruto goes off to master the wind style Rasengan that Tsunade actually told him to master, while of course Tsunade was doing her own thing and still met up with Orochimaru, and she already knew not to accept Orochimaru's offer because she knew that Orochimaru is a shady guy and she doesn't want to pretty much endanger the whole entire world, because she knows that Orochimaru has plans to do things that even she and Jiraiya don't know about, and so she doesn't want to risk anything and endanger innocent people because of her healing him. And so she realizes that the best way to actually get rid of Orochimaru is to actually use this meeting against him. She has a week, so it would be on the day that Naruto would actually, well, the deadline of the bet. And anywho, of course, Naruto during this week, he actually trains a lot harder than what he did with the Rasengan, and since he had mastery over wind release, he was having a bit of an easier time than in the original, because in the original Naruto had no knowledge about his chakra nature. He only had like a bit of knowledge after learning a bit from Asuma and of course Kakashi, and who had of course Kakashi having all 5 chakra natures. And anywho, now of course in the original Naruto didn't take too long to master this technique, well, the Rasen Shuriken, and so it would be much easier here. Naruto, within the first 5 days, he was actually able to create the wind style Rasengan. However, the chakra transformation bit just wasn't getting into his head yet, and so it took him a lot longer to master that. And what the hell, did I just rip something? No, I didn't. Anyway, of course, it would take him a lot longer than just mastering how to use wind release on the Rasengan, and the Rasengan wasn't exploding anymore in his hand. Anyways, now Naruto and Jiraiya actually even Jiraiya actually started learning the Rasen Shuriken, and he got close. However, he wasn't able to master it, and after the 2 days, Naruto still wasn't able to of course do the Rasen Shuriken, and so he did fail. However, he was going to still go to the meeting, especially because afterwards they found out about Tsunade going to Orochimaru and everything. And anyways, anywho, now, of course, they do still find Tsunade, and Tsunade was on the verge of losing, especially because she was still scared of blood. However, as soon as Naruto arrived, Naruto did save Tsunade, same as Jiraiya actually coming and fighting Orochimaru. And anywho, now, Naruto, who of course got stabbed right in the hand, and this time it wasn't just like the little gap between his fingers, but it was his full hand. Naruto just took his hand away and said, "Is that it? Is that all you can do? Use a kunai." And anyways, of course, Naruto then actually shoved the Rasengan right in a wind style Rasengan right into Kabuto, and Kabuto went flying, even breaking the rock that, of course, he landed on in the original. And Naruto's like, uh, anyways, I think that should do. And of course, Tsunade realizes that Naruto actually did master the, well, not mastered the, well, he mastered the Wind Rasengan, however, not the Wind Star Rasen Shuriken, which of course Naruto then says, "No, I technically didn't master it. I'm going to be real here. I wasn't able to master the Wind Star Rasengan. This was just another variation of it. It wasn't the true Rasengan that I was trying to master." Anyways, now, of course, Tsunade says that this Rasengan that he mastered is more than enough for her, and of course, uh, she actually said that she will actually uh, return to the Leaf Village, and she goes to help out Jiraiya and Shizune in fighting Orochimaru. Anywho, anywho, after this, of course, they do return to the Leaf Village, and Orochimaru is pretty much stiffed here, and now, after they return, they actually do heal. Well, not they, but Tsunade does tell Lee about his operation, that there isn't much chance of success. Like, mostly there is only a 49% chance of success, and she'll try to make it over 50%, and of course she does. But she does also, she heals the two Uchihas and Kakashi, and in the end, of course, during this time, Sasuke did get quite jealous. Tsuki didn't get jealous of Naruto at all. However, she was more like, she was like, she needs to get stronger, because at the rate she's going, she isn't going to get anywhere with the power she has, and she needs more. And of course, once Sasuke did challenge Naruto, uh, he took him to the roof, and Naruto did pretty much thrash him, but actually just freezing him. And of course, now Naruto and Tsuki, well, of course Tsuki actually went with Sasuke afterwards, saying that she'll console him, or she will try to uh, do something about his behavior. And anyways, now Naruto and Kakashi were talking, and Kakashi asked what he did during this little time that he was with Jiraiya. Did he train or anything? And Naruto said that he did train, and he did master a new technique, and the technique was really strong. And Jiraiya actually arrived, and he said, "Yes, but it's not completed yet, Naruto. Have you forgotten about that?" And anyways, and Tsunade actually does give the necklace to Naruto as well. And so the story continues a bit like in the original, how Sasuke does meet the Sound Four. However, here, not only does Sasuke meet the Sound Four, Tsuki meets the Sound Four as well, and this changes the story a lot. Of course, they both have curse marks, and they both see how strong the curse mark can get them. And Tsuki wasn't doing it for power. She was, well, kinda she was, but she wasn't as power hungry as Sasuke. He wasn't jealous that that Naruto was stronger than him, and Tsuki was mostly just there because she was scared that she wasn't gonna get the answers that she wanted with the strength that she had right now. And so, of course, Naruto would be their their goal. To be as strong as Naruto would be the goal, and of course they will get that strong according to the sound for. And so they actually do leave on the same night, and here Sakura still learns about, or well, sees that Sasuke left, and she was pretty saddened. Well, she was saddened about this. But anyways, of course, Naruto and well, the Sasuke retrieval team was pretty much the same, and they go off. And here Naruto was much more angry at himself because he let this happen. He shouldn't have, like, he shouldn't have allowed them to go on their own, and now look at this. And so he actually took lead of the team with Shikamaru. There were two leaders here, and anywho, the fights went pretty much as per normal, and the last one remaining was Naruto, who was actually following Kimimaro. And I'm not going to cover all the fights because there's no point, since it's pretty much the same as in the original. However, it was much harder on Naruto because he had to fight Kimimaro as per normal. And anyways, now, of course, Naruto and Kimimaro continued their little fight, and Naruto wasn't doing as bad as in the original. However, he wasn't having an easy time, that's for sure. Anywho, now Naruto and Kimimaro do go all out, since they do pretty much have Yakigenkais. However, Naruto hasn't used one of his techniques yet, and one of those techniques is a wood release, which he still hasn't used at all. And anywho, as soon as Kimimaro actually let down his guard, Naruto was like, "This is over." And just saying, the two Uchihas did wake up by now, and they left. And Naruto actually used his wood binding to actually absorb Kimimaro's chakra. Even though Naruto hasn't been training too much on it, he has improved wood release, and it's much harder on him because it's a much harder release to master than ice release. Anywho, now, of course, Kimimaro was actually drained of his chakra, and quite a bit of chakra, not just a little bit. And anywho, now Naruto and Kimimaro finish off their fight, but Naruto actually decapitating him with sorry but Naruto actually decapitating Kimimaro with a lightning and ice release blade. And yes, that blade was pretty sharp. However, it was only a one-time use. As soon as Naruto cut through Kimimaru's neck, he actually broke and shattered. Now, of course, Naruto actually arrives at the Valley of the End, and this is where the story changes. The two Uchihas weren't gonna go easy on Naruto, and so they were gonna go all out against Naruto. And anyways, and now, of course, Naruto was actually anywho, of course, Naruto was having a much harder time, especially because he used a lot of chakra. And anywho, of course, he did gain some from Kimimaru. However, Kimimaru actually already lost a lot of chakra, and Naruto wanted to finish the fight as fast as possible. And as soon as he binded him, he actually was able to decapitate him instead of taking more chakra and replenishing his. And so Naruto didn't have as much chakra as he needed, as he wanted to take, and that's why he was in a bad situation. Anywho, now the 3 Team 7 members do fight, and Lee actually does arrive late and sees that Kimimaru's head is decapitated, and so he tries to get to the Valley of the End because he can feel, no, he can't feel, but of course he actually saw lightning coming down. And yes, this was actually the fight going down. Sasuke, in his Curse Mark 2, used the Kirin, and it was a much stronger version. It was called the Kirin, of course, but it wasn't the perfected version. Anywho, now, of course, Naruto, he was actually paralyzed for a bit. Tsuki took the chance to actually completely destroy Naruto, and Naruto was on the verge of losing until the Nine Tails actually came into his mind, and he actually told him if he wants power, he can just take it from him. He will give him as much power as he wants. And Naruto's like, really? Now, out of all times, you tell me now? And so he starts taking as much as he can and goes into his first tail, and he was actually able to fight the two Uchihas, and in the end they all had a clash. Well, Naruto using his wind style Rasengan against 2 perfected lightning blades, and of course Curse Mark 2 stacked on top of it, which made him much stronger. And in the end, Naruto lost because of the sheer amount of chakra he lost, and all his injuries were healed. However, he was still tired from all the fights, and yeah, Naruto in the end was taken away by Lee, because Lee arrived after Naruto completely got annihilated. And well, he didn't get annihilated because he did put up an amazing fight against the two Uchihas and even come close to destroying them and, you know, winning the fight. However, he wasn't strong enough because of his injuries and having pretty much a late start. And anywho, now after this, of course, Naruto was told to actually go with Jiraiya and train, especially because Jiraiya knew about the Akatsuki actually starting their search for the tailed beasts in basically 2.5 years. As soon as they are ready and they're strong enough, and so of course Naruto goes on his 2-year training, and that's where I'm gonna end off. I hope you enjoyed it. Please take care, stay safe. This was the King of Weaves, and don't forget to subscribe, and don't forget to subscribe to Ratreet Miniman on Tree and my friend Hxmesh. Also my second channel, DB Lover, and also a few last things. Don't forget to get your good quality anime merch from Beautiful Halo. On your next $49 plus order, you can get 5% off with the code MEME, MEME, and on your next $99 plus order, you can get 10% off with the code MEMES, MEMES. Anywho, also you can get some good quality lamps from lamptee.com, and you can use the code in the description for 10% off on any order. Lamptee dash the King of Weebs, and the L is capital and the King of Weebs is all capital except for the O and the F. Also, follow Shokiro on Instagram, follow me on Instagram, and join the Discord server. Links are all in the description below. And take care, stay safe, peace. Ducklings dismissed.